D or something. I don't know.
Maybe I make him nervous.
Yes. Intimidated by your beauty.
Yes. Yes. That's
Very
what
intimidating.
That's what it is.
Well, I want to big up. Nigga say more forward.
Yeah, man.
And him say, him want to join the topic there now.
Very.
It's a big topic.
Yeah.
Huge topic.
Yeah. Want to join the topic
Yeah.
tonight. You understand? But before we go into that, we have to big up today. If you didn't know was or if you know these things, it was Down Syndrome Day. So if you don't know anything about Down
That
Syndrome,
one I missed it. I didn't hear that.
big up
most of it.
yourself. It's nothing, just educate yourself about that. You understand? It's not the best of things in the world to have, but it's livable. You understand? I have a nephew who have Down syndrome, so you're supposed to wear mismatched socks today. Yes, I have my mismatched. Nobody look down there and look and see me. I have my mismatched socks.
You do, because the 2 feet look mismatched.
So that's all you represent for Down syndrome. It's mismatched socks you put on.
Yeah.
You know, that's just all you do it. That's the definition of that day. And like me say, big up yourself, Anthony. You know how it go. So, do you know anybody with Down syndrome, Shelly?
Yeah.
I mean, luckily I do not.
Do not? Okay.
I do not.
Yeah. What about you, Mr. Nigga? You know anybody with Down syndrome?
Yes.
Yes? How do you feel is affected their life, the family?
It's rough.
It's rough.
You know, it's challenging, but love all the same, you know?
Yeah, man. So, my nephew, he play baseball, you know, and him actually love it. So, and you know, we got a couple of the games, and the games are playing now. So, him go out there every Saturday night and him play. So, him good. As in that, him still live him, you know. And I see when I go to there's a guy with Down syndrome. Living his life. So,
Yeah.
you know, at one point in life, it was almost like a very hindering. But I think life has evolved a way where it's no longer that much of a hinder. It still is. Don't get me wrong, it still is. But I think it's
Yeah,
in some
and
way.
I guess to the levels. Okay, you have some that's more challenging than
Yeah.
others. The levels.
yeah. Yeah, and then the game itself has all people with Down syndrome. So everybody out there has it in some degree, and it's a great game. I mean, you know, seeing them play the game, everybody are swing, everybody are run up and down. They're children at this point.
Engaged,
You know,
yeah.
you don't see nothing different besides that. Yeah. So let me say that was today. If you didn't put on your mismatch, if you didn't know nothing about it, then you just go over you fly over your forehead and that's it. But besides that, it was a great weekend, Digger, right?
Yeah.
It was a great
Very
weekend.
magical moment weekend.
And what was
Yeah.
so magical about it?
Two people joining togetherness.
Yeah.
Oh no! Before that, I'm don't try to skip over the bachelor party, please. and
Bachelor?
Thank you.
What was that?
Sorry? Excuse me?
Oh,
Yeah, man.
I thought you guys would have had a bachelor party.
Can't afford that
Yeah.
nowadays.
It's what, 2022 right now. It doesn't always have to be traditional.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fellowship. We did a lot of fellowship.
Oh,
Prayers.
that's nice. That's nice.
You know, you post on social media prayers for our country, we say prayers for our brethren.
Okay.
That's what we put up nowadays. And that's it.
That's good. That's
Everybody
nice.
know what they're deal with in life now.
That's good.
Yep.
Yeah, so besides that, it was a good, the venue was nice. I want to say it was one of the first that I've been to that the food was even decent. I mean, it was all right.
Excuse
to
me?
No, your one was different. Me I talk about regular non-island food.
Oh, okay. Say that. Thank
Non-island
you.
food.
Okay.
Your one was wicked. I mean, I'm as our mother, stepmother, whatever, did a fabulous job. I even took home food. You understand? I even carried on a plate. I carried on 2 plates.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. And but that when we tried that, I said, "Well, on him, me never bother eat that because of I was glad it good." And at Saturday night now, he goes
So
like,
what
"Yo,
did they
your
have
food-"
on Saturday? What type of food was it?
Well, so
Chicken.
chicken and fish. Normally, it's either or.
Either, yeah.
You can't too much with the fish, you know, the fish already.
Cimarron was
Yeah, it's Cimarron.
Cimarron.
So how did they have it? That you could have both? It was already on your plate, or they came
Yeah.
around?
Already prepared, and well, the grooms was prepared.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think ours was different from what everybody else gets? I don't know.
I think ours was less. Got them shared them on our food. So.
Yeah. So
Oh, they shared their own?
Yeah,
Oh, it
Yeah,
was
so
like
some
buffet
buffet?
style.
Yeah, I saw some places look like mini mountains.
So then why didn't you go back for seconds?
I didn't eat second.
You didn't want to be,
okay.
you was bashful?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
in character, so yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe your suit wasn't the right size. You didn't want to bust out.
It was too big actually. We had issues with the suit being.
We complained. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it wasn't. We fixed it.
Something,
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay,
it wasn't
good.
something to. We wanted a 2022 style, if you want to call it. You know, something like that. We got
Tights.
Made it work.
2015.
Jamaicans like
probably.
tights and t-shirt
Well,
No,
style.
you can't have t-shirt.
You know what I mean?
would
I'm
say,
saying it was, you like it tight.
Well,
Fitted.
Fitted.
I mean,
not tight.
Okay.
fitted. You gotta
And
be
this was
politically
more-
correct.
You know, you're tapered.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. If it was tapered a little bit, the jacket itself, to me,
Well, I saw the pictures. You guys look great. I saw it looked tapered to me. It looked fitted to me. I didn't see anything baggy or, it looked great. Marvelous.
it wasn't baggy.
It was a nice experience.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Glad I was involved in it.
Good.
And I gave mine, but he did a great,
You both gave a speech?
Now I gonna lie, Bridget. You do, you go, yeah.
Did you top his speech?
I wasn't trying to.
Yeah, he brought something up that it was like, wow.
It was interesting because, like I said, I knew both of them before I knew they knew each other.
Right.
And it was at a young age, Through Arlene, my sister, they went to school together. Gillette was part of their clique crew, whatever it may be. And Carlos and Gary, obviously, when I first came to Florida, I knew Gary. First person I met in school was Gary. Really listen, as he was cursing somebody out. And I be a bum, can't curse. I be all them something in here.
You can.
So, yeah, man, very familiar with them something there. So we linked up, and you know what I'm saying? We're talking about maybe 25 years later type thing, or more. Think.
Yeah, man. So it was, especially when like when we there, you're play, me know you, couple of other people for years. So when time our friends
Link up.
link up and it's on a joyful mission or like something like that, it's even better.
Yeah.
Like we can smile and say, yeah, man, we know the situation, we know, like how I know when you met Ira, we know the kind of, the little bit of history. It then clicks like, okay. But them have a journey still. But besides that, he had a good speech. I think I had a good speech. I had a funny speech with her.
So did you write the speech out, or it was like just,
No, it was just,
Right?
like did
some
you
people
plan
prepare
it?
and plan. I wasn't planning on speaking.
Oh.
It was just, I wonder if you guys know how long I knew these two people. And I wanted to bring to the fact that they were always alike in different ways, in a sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like Carlos, he looks at a certain perspective that I like to see. And if I'm lost or whatever it may be, I may come to these guys in different ways. I
Right.
go to him differently, and Gillette brings another perspective to it as well, challenging to it as well, but honest and open. You know what I mean? So, I was able to have conversations with both of them, debates and all these different things. I like
So
to
did
do.
it make you feel like, every time somebody goes to a wedding, now they want to get married? Do you feel like you want to be married, like you want to find that woman and you would get married?
I think what man wouldn't want to? You know what I'm saying? If it's that woman.
Right.
Thing is, it's a trial period to figure out sometimes because not everything always end up the way you want it to be. You got trials and tribulations along the way, and it takes a lot of sustaining to get through it. Some people quit.
Yeah.
Not like back in the days where your parents probably had went through some things, and it's something that you probably say, I wouldn't ever put myself through. You know what I mean? Shit, I told my mom she should have left him like 5 times already. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's love. You endure, you think, and you know what I'm saying? You ask for forgiveness and you see if that works out. Worked out for them.
We always say that there's always, like, everybody is looking for their own, like, how would I say, like, like something that like just jumps out of a person to make you say like, this is different. What do you think can jump out of a woman for you that you be like?
Understanding. Like not having to go into all details to get you to understand. Actually know where I'm coming from, whether it's because of we had a friendship or you know me or you know my mentality or something, and that comes to a lot of, friendship. Mm-hmm. Longevity tells like, well, I can tell you he's pissed off when his eye twitch, something like that.
Right.
There's always something that says, hey, I know him a bit differently.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people like me, I'm prideful a lot, which is a gift and a curse for me. Mm-hmm. You may not hear me mention a problem, but know I have one. Probably won't see it on me. But some movements or whatever it may be, only certain people could talk about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm very enclosed with a lot of things about me. So understanding is huge for me. Like, free will too as well. I mean, you be able, sometimes it's like you can't bring certain things to the table because it may go left, right. When you're open, it's free will. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to reserve anything. And that's big in relationship, I think. I think when you can be yourself at any cost, there's no shadowing, there's no uncovering anything. I've always been me. You know what I'm saying? It keeps it 100.
That was a good one.
There is, and it's like weird to me, but I remember someone telling me that she said her husband has never seen her real hair. And I was like, huh? I was like, what?
Right. That's crazy. Right. It's not, I don't want to say weird, but crazy, but it's weird.
That is crazy.
It's weird. It's weird. It's not uncommon.
What I know.
It's definitely not uncommon. It's not uncommon. It is not uncommon. I have a lot of friends that their man has not seen their real hair. Because their hair is damaged. Well, it's just everybody's going to have some type of insecurity. And hair can be an insecurity where you just don't, you think that he might leave you if he sees your hair, or he might not like you as much, or he might, not see you.
Yeah. So, wait a second, it is uncommon or common?
It is common. Well, you know what? To tell you the truth, you're right. You said husband. I don't know if they're not married. Yeah, no, the ones right. So that is uncommon that you married somebody that has not seen your hair. It's crazy. It's weird. To marry somebody and they haven't seen your hair, yeah.
So, like I said, it's weird.
Right. They probably just get their hair done. Always get their hair done. I mean, was it Nick Cannon? No, not Nick Cannon. It was somebody. Can't remember his name. It was somebody like Nick Cannon. I'll remember eventually. But they said they have sex with their socks on because they hate their feet. So nobody has seen their feet. That's kind of like your hair. You gonna have sex with your socks on? Digga, you looking like you had sex with your socks on. You understand the socks thing. You're saying.
It's not, it's kind of, I don't know. I don't think it's as weird as not seeing your hair. Like, so we gonna run every time you're changing styles, or?
I just think they make sure they don't do it when he's home. It's calculated. It's definitely calculated, but I don't know how you could get married. But I'm quite sure there's many out there that do that.
I think there's levels to it. There's levels to it, I guess, because I'm not always open to everything. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was my first initial reaction to it. Like, what? How's that even? How? You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
that was kind of unusual to hear.
So we are going to talk about our topic of the day.
Yeah. Okay.
There's so much going on in here.
Yeah, well,
Like,
just continue. So if you continue, you don't worry about what we are doing. You just continue.
How?
Don't worry
Like,
about what we are doing, Bridget.
so much
Wait, you lost the train of thoughts over 1 second. Oh, please.
Yeah, maybe I have ADD too.
Are you have the ADT?
So the topic for today is child support.
Wow.
It's a deep child topic. So there's so many questions. It's like, if a woman cannot, okay, if a woman needs assistance with taking care of the child from the father, and the father makes enough money that he can take care of the child without even getting child support from the mother, should the mother give the child to the father? That is the question right now.
So the number for calling is 407-374-9891.
9891.
So if you have an idea about that, you can call in. So your question is that if a parent is not capable, and we're talking about a female is not capable financially, does she work? Let's ask some questions. Does she work? She works?
She works. They both work, but her job is not as good as the father's. So
the issue is the rights that are given when the child is born. Right? That's the first issue. And the males are not given any rights. It's automatically given to the mother, and the man has to literally fight for white rights. So, go ahead.
Out of wedlock, meaning if they're not married.
Okay.
So it's different.
Okay.
So if you're not married, the women have all the rights.
All right. See that. All right.
So if you are married, it's shared rights automatically.
It's court appearance type thing and shit.
Okay.
You're on the paper.
Right.
You're on the paper.
That's why marriage is good, especially with kids.
Well,
because that paper matters.
But there's this alimony thing and all that sets in. But you're on the paper. You're not married. You're not on. Not even a scratch on the back of the paper, bro.
So you see, that's why we have to know if we talk the truth.
Yeah.
Because he knows some things or we might not know about. All right, so you say he's on the paper now. Those laws were made long time ago, when it was the uprising of women's, the way her financials at the home, work, what's her role in the family. All of that was when men were supposed to be the breadwinner, was supposed to go out, work, and do all of this. That is not the same anymore. But to me, those rules have to be looked at differently now, because some women are making more money than a man, right? They are able to do that. So I feel like they need to look into that. All laws when it comes to children and mothers and fathers.
Well, I think when mothers do make more money, they're not taking they do put both incomes into consideration.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Yeah, but they weigh on percentages, right?
Right.
I think, and here's my take on it, right? I'm not saying it should be 50-50 if the child is if the child is dominantly at the parent or the mom's house. Because I take my hats off to these mothers that wake up every morning and kids dress and go to school.
Yeah, the man that went take him hats off.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, big time. For the ones that's doing it, because it's a job as well. It's parenting, but not that we had the choice to either or. I get every other weekend. It's not the same thing as going to school every day, picking up a child every day. If you're in that situation, obviously, depending on your situation, things may be different. But the only thing I don't like about how the system continues to repeat this trend, they don't look back in. They don't check to see if your situation is better. They check to see if the men's situation.
Well, the thing is that men need to go down there, though, don't they? They need to go down there and let them know, like, to update. Hey, I'm doing this. Can I have, like, are men fighting? Do you know men that are fighting for those rights?
I think so. From a couple of guys I know are in a situation that we like to bring up this topic a lot because everybody's situations seem to be different one way or the other, right? It seems to be a better situation now to just leave it the way it is because it's a guessing game, and we're not on the other side of the coin a lot.
Right.
So we may go and it be, okay, well, we noticed that you had an increase too. So here's what we're going to do.
You notice you had injuries?
Increase. Wage increase.
Right.
Right? And sometimes it's men going to say, hey, can I get more time, or can I have my child? And the common question is she unfit?
Right.
Now, why is that the common question? You're saying the best way for me to get my child or my kids is their mom has to be unfit, like can't manage on her own. Why? Why wouldn't slightly high income give you the indication that I can do more rather than to give it to her? We don't get that level of fairness. And they use wedlock. You should have got married, as if this is not.
They meaning the court?
Yeah, the courts. They use that a lot. And you know, you have a situation where you're structured a bit better, right? You have stability. You know, house. Your income says you can manage, and the other party is not in the same situation. I'm not saying that it's a crime, or you know you're not able because you're living with your parents or whatever it may be. But
I think I don't mean to cut you, but I feel that the whole situation is meant for the old way of thinking, and it just stuck, and they have not. And what has happened is that because that's the way it is, the woman them go along with it, the courts them go along with it. You have to kind of fight your way to try to get some form of rights into this. So you know, mostly we're talking about unwedded families, right? We're not talking about marriage. If you're married, then obviously there's no child support till divorce. Those procedures are going into because you're there. But if for the man them will have baby out there so right now, I mean, if you're not willing to be there, then you just get where you forget. But if you're willing to be there, I think the court need to look into that. Are you willing to? The first question Mr. says, are you willing to be there? And the man say yes. All right, so here we're going to do that. Here's what you need to do. Can you meet these standards? Can you do this? Can you show us that? Bring back the evidence. Me give you a month. Boom. If not, you know where you're going to have. And I feel like if the man say, all right, me can do that then. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Me show you so me can carry, got daycare. Me carry so me can do all of that. All right, overnight, me know for feed, me know for do all of them something there. I'm care about that. Right. I mean, I shouldn't have to prove to nobody, but I understand some form of proof. But, you know, it's like the man them have to prove this automatically. And they don't even believe so we can do that. So basically, nobody don't believe it. You literally have to go show and say, all right, me can do this and prove it to somebody. And then, so, yes, I have some like a guideline for we will prove that. After we prove that, yo, give it half. Argue with the pitney then. I will prove so we can do it.
What about men that, because women trick men into having babies. It sounds crazy. Oh, you can't, two men do, you know, you got to do it together. But sometimes it's not really done together. They lured you into it or whatever. So, and they say they're going to do it by themselves. I don't know why, like, the court would still allow, like, later on.
Well, how you prove that? How would, even if I was lured into it, how do I prove that?
Right.
I know what the act of sex is supposed to be. So it's up to me to protect myself.
Even bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me that, all right, we all know in the beginning, this was beautiful, right? And some way along the line, along the way, things change. To say a man is locked into paying child support for, let's just say, 15 years of this child's life because he put his name on a birth certificate is ridiculous to me. You have men that are willing to be fathers for child that are not theirs. But now, because there's a situation between a breakup, they are now bound by court based on a signature. It's not, hey, are you still willing to be a father to this child? Are you still willing to help out?
Right.
It should be a situation that's asked. This is not like we decided to sub the father out. The father was never in the picture. You don't even know where this man is at. I am now taking on a responsibility that I didn't ask for, but I was willing to. Now we go in our separate ways. You're putting me on child support. Like the audacity of that woman.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But there's women out there because they know they can get away with it. And this is a real story for me. Because the comment that this lady made was, I don't even know why he wants to see the child. It's not even his son. Like, he was a father in that relationship. He was a husband in your marriage. But now, because y'all break up, he's no longer... It's no real reason for him to be
But she's
there.
taking child support from him?
Yeah.
She don't know why you want to see him?
But think you said he wasn't his child.
He's not the
his
father,
child.
but you can still get child support if you're married to the woman that
Yeah,
becomes
you
your son.
sign her birthday. So she
Yeah.
was pregnant when they met. And he decided that, hey, I'm going to raise this child as mine.
Okay.
But it wasn't his child.
Okay.
So he signed up, and they broke up, and he was put on child support. And it was like, hey, you signed that paper. Like, really? But I'm
Right.
telling you the mentality behind that. Like, he didn't have to do any of that.
Right.
He did, and he supported you. So this is why I feel like, they should put this thing back on the table and look at it a different way. Many different reasons why. You got equality right now. Women say, hey, I can do anything a man can do. Right?
Yeah.
Again, they fighting for, you said it best. Like back in the days, life was looked at a certain way. Men, breadwinner in households. A lot of females carrying a lot of weight right now. And doing a lot for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
And doing great for themselves.
Doing real good.
I definitely think they need to take the jail time away. Like, how do you send somebody to jail for not having no money?
Or them opiate anyway.
Right.
Let them there jail.
Right. So there's like, you're in jail, like you go to jail. You don't have no money, you go to jail for not having no money. Like, how is not having money a crime?
But the funny thing is too as well, is like, you can be put on child support and still not have a job. And you're ordered to pay whatever minimum wage it is right now.
And if you don't have it,
Right? So minimum wage. And you look at, hey, okay, my base income is $150,000. Well, because you make $150,000, you are ordered to pay such and such.
Right.
So if I didn't work, I'll be paying what? Minimum wage.
why go to work?
Why? Go to work to give you...
For 15 years.
A lot of good guys
For 15
decided to do
years.
something different
Yeah.
right about now in life.
Yeah.
Just because, it's a,
But I think guys need to
slippery
stick
slope.
together. Like how, they have the YouTube movement and stuff.
I think, listen, it's the alarming percentage is crazy. 85% of men are on child support in America. 85%. So only 15% are good, great guys? Come on.
And then how long should this go on for? You can't be you can't be 8. I don't even think you could be 16. 16, you could work. So you're 16 and you're working and your mother's still collecting child support? Like, that's a no.
You think about it. I mean,
Well,
child support is not necessarily, when I say there's a
Well,
large
Andy,
percentage.
we're knocking the law a little bit, but by right, you can get 50-50. So all you have to do is
Go to court.
go to court for 50-50. And just say I can do this too. So it's not like there's not an opportunity to get rights. But then maybe the chances were very slim to few. But in today's time, it's improved drastically. So we can't do not the courts, but I think it's the rights. Nobody really know exactly.
Well, no, let me
The word
challenge
rights.
that, right? Let's challenge that.
Okay.
And it's funny because I was on TikTok. TikTok, and this lady said she took her baby father off child support to help him help us. And she said she helped him get his CDL so he can go out there and get a better paying job and support us all together. Like, I don't know if that was just for TikTok, but let's just say a lot of females had that type of mentality. Because what you turn men to be now for their child is just a provider. Happened to me young in my age, right? I mean, I never thought I would be in a situation where I had to give you money for my kids type thing. And I was always there for them. I mean, family is huge, both sides, mother, parents, all that. We ordered my firstborns like it was nothing. It was like diamonds, cherished them. So, you know, a lot of people make these decisions based on their struggle or what they can and cannot do, or a woman scorned. I'm not going to tell you that there's men out there that are the best boyfriends, best husbands, but that's the way to get back at them.
Right.
And I think that's a tool a lot of women use for many reasons, and not so much the lack of a father to the child. Of course, not defining that. Like, if I'm making $200,000 a year, in the state, cost of living is 40 grand. You got one child with that man. You should be asking for more time spent. I don't think you should be asking for money. And if you're not getting the time spent, whatever happens, happens. But allow that to happen, because, you know, I don't know, the kids don't get that, hey, daddy did this for you when they're paying child support.
Right.
Even my daughter itself, like, she thinks about the amount of money her mom is spending at the house. So she's using her allowance that I give her to do for herself.
Right.
And it's saying, I don't want to ask mommy because she has to do this and she has to do that. Like, they don't know that mommy's being supported. I don't think that conversation happens enough to see what dad's doing when kids not seeing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they grow up thinking it's a struggle and mommy needs help like daddy doesn't.
Right.
You know, you got
it's rooted deeply into the thinking of women, and I'm not saying you, but I know women that philosophy is really deeply into their mind when they think about a guy. Guy need to do this. Guy need to provide this way. Guy need to do that. And as you said, maybe it started from what they saw their parents doing. I saw my mother and I work. Well, where were you living? And as you said, those conversations never happened of why are we in this situation in the first place? All right, maybe daddy was bad, or maybe this, or maybe you, mommy, was not pulling us in the right direction so we could have gone better. And I don't know that we was going to struggle. So now the next guy have to suffer because I saw that. Mommy wasn't raised, mommy didn't have no money. When mommy did, I get money.
Right.
You understand? Daddy did I do for him job, and daddy just now come around because him never happy with the situation.
I had to tell my kids. I was like, I want to keep the kids out of it because there's this time in the past where I heard myself saying no a lot to things that they want. There'd be times where, yo, she just got the check. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, I bought my house young. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't plan on that. And I didn't get a fair share in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, but I had to stomach it up. 3 jobs and take care of the kids at the same time. Like, when you work in 3 jobs, what kind of time do you have?
Yeah.
So it's like, as a single man, like, you know, I didn't bought a house at 23 years old for who, me alone? That's not my thought process. It was for me and my kids, not knowing that they weren't going to be a part of that plan. It wasn't.
Women need to really know that they would get more if they don't force a man to pay.
Yeah, I think, you know what I'm saying? There's the individuals out there that's just like, fuck. excuse me. But you know
The
what I'm saying?
child will have more. The child will, like you. There will be no need to tell a child no or what you like. You have it. You want to do.
The percentage of animosity that's built up between these two parents that felt like, you know, this is not something that is beneficial to the kids, but it's beneficial to you.
Right.
Like, I was always under the understandings like, all right, listen, why? Just create an account. Card is there. You do what you need for them. Why has it got to be anything different?
Right.
Why does the court have to be involved? I mean, I mess up on a payment, you go to court.
And what's the reason?
Trust. And it was like, when have I not come through?
It's not even trust.
That's what they said it was.
Opportunity is there. And if I can get this opportunity, why am I going to pass it on? Because you say you're going to do something. I get this money for 18 years. Why am I going to say no to it?
Is
It's
it
like
18? I thought it was up to 21 if they're in school, right?
Well, let's just say 18, right? So, 18 years I get this financial support.
Consistently. They don't miss.
So they talk about aesthetic, you know, they talk about years of oppression. They talk about a lot of things, but it's mental information passed down by generation. You know, so you can get this money. Why would you turn it down? So I'm not blaming the woman them in that regard. What I'm saying is that they need to think about what it also is doing to the father, the guy. What stress is he under now to make sure he has to come up with that money all the time? And nobody not think of that part.
I don't think...
The courts are not thinking of that part. The government is not thinking of that part. Imagine a man in jail because he can't pay child support. Just imagine that.
Yeah.
He's not robbing or killing nobody. He's not trying to work, but he just can't afford it.
It's true, because even your light bill, if you don't have money to pay your light bill, it gets cut off, and then when you get the money, you just pay it, it goes back on. You know, so child support, it's like you got this burden. It's like, oh my God, you know, I'm gonna go to jail if I don't have money. Is absolutely crazy. It's crazy.
The letters come in the mail. Police come at your
It's
door.
crazy and it's wicked. And nothing good comes out of it. Like
Nothing.
It's karma, you know, it's bad. Like it's just like you're being the devil.
And it's bad for the people that are actually doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Plug it to the bottom.
So they should know the difference in like what guys and why you're putting them on child support. You can't just run down to the courthouse just because you want to be vicious, just because he cheated on you, just because like that's no. It's not good for the kids. It's not good for you. It's not good for him. It's like just bad judgment.
But yeah, we're going to start a month. We say they need. You say like what them have a month. We say Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
They need to have a no child support day. Where that day, nothing can come out of your check. No money can be distributed by the government. They give all the fathers that day.
That will never happen.
Yo.
That never happen.
You know, so we're going to try. Shelly, we're going to go for that day.
Yes. I say we keep saying
No
it, saying
child
it, saying
support
it,
day.
saying it.
You want to give the woman something for Valentine's Day? We need that day. That is our day. No.
Well, it can't be a day this month. It got to be a month.
Here's my
Just a
argument.
day, because Valentine's is one day. Just give us one day.
Should
But you don't pay child support by the day.
should a parent
But it's calculated by the month.
receiving child support plan their life around those finances?
It's money, so you're going to do it. You have to take a vacation because you can. You're going to do things because you can. Right? So if you need a new car,
Because
you're
right now,
going to
a lot of financial institutions that you either credit whatever they ask you. Are you paying alimony?
Right.
Are you paying child support? So, and it's already taxed. We're not keeping that money, but we're getting taxed on it. You get $80,000 a year, and you pay $20,000, $30,000 out of that yearly income in child support. You're still getting taxed on that 80. But the receiver is not getting taxed on the extra 30 grand, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So how you are well enough to be in this demographic of housing?
And guess what? At the end of the year, guess who file now?
Yeah, the mother gets to file too.
Right?
So there's so much benefits from having, all right, I know.
I don't understand why this hasn't changed. Why this?
And
is
to me, all right, I believe in the first few years of the child's life, that money is necessary. I'm going to give it that. Child, everything is a lot. Diapers, child care is a lot. A lot of those things are a lot. But once a child reaches to a certain age, to me, we're at about 18 now. Child support need for done like 12. 12 it need for done. Because after 12 years old, the child have enough sense.
Yeah.
Them know what they want to eat. Them know everything like that. So,
You're not spending $50 a week
No,
or
they're not doing
$75 a week. No, you're not.
no, because you not go buy no pants for no $100.
Right. They're not growing out of their
$200,
clothes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So once them foot set and them height set, that's what need for done.
Yeah.
What's about that, digger? Kids today.
I mean, I think this should go back to the child once they have an understandable age, and say, hey,
What if the child's brainwashed? That's what I'm saying. We can't talk to the pitney now. The mother's gonna say, "You're gonna go up there against me."
no, and it does happen, but time spent, right? There's been plenty of times where back in
Call
the
if
day,
you call back in again.
hey, call and say, hey, daddy, I want to come live with you. You know? Mm-hmm. You'd say that.
Yeah, they should be able to say they want to live with their father and that, yeah. But I think that happens too.
Yeah, but sometimes they get caught in this.
They don't want to go against the mom and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, in situations like that, because I know my son wanted to be with me. And the question was asked. It's like, yo, let me get one of them. You know?
Call you live.
Hey, how you doing? Sorry. How you doing? Good night.
Good night. Bless up.
Good night, Carla.
This is Io. What's going on, Ting?
Good day, my brother. My day, man.
Everybody, how y'all doing?
You good?
Hey, first, child support, first of all, was meant for the white rich. Now they implement it to the black. Kind of way of still different. What it means is man go to court over the child, whether he's right or he's wrong. They say it's to pay the child room and board, point blank.
Mm-hmm.
They say 17%, and they don't even go by that. They'll just throw a number out there because if you look at the woman wrong or you got an attitude or something, they'll throw it even higher. And most of the time, they don't even ask for the W-2 forms from the woman, husband, or herself. They'll ask if we got evidence saying, you show me what you was paying or what you was doing that. First of all, who does that in a relationship? If you're married or if you're not married, that you're going to pull out, you're going to save receipts for every time you buy your child something. Mm-hmm. Nobody does that. Correct?
Correct.
But then when you get to the point when you sit there and go, can I have the child? Like the young man said on the show, they be like, no. They don't even give you a chance to even explain that. They just be like, no. They just basically want to leave it with the woman. You don't even got a chance there. But then they'll say, get custody and you got to go do another paperwork trail to go in the court again and try to fight for the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Every time it's very hard. But it's mainly because they want to stop the black man, from building a type of monopolizer, say he get a house. If the girlfriend has a house, then when they die, the child has some type of value left, for them to have. But being that the man's picking out, I know the dude had 2 kids, he kicked out $397,000 on 2 kids when he was finished. And he didn't even get a house yet. Now he's about 56. How long is the mortgage? 30 years? 30 years or more?
Mm-hmm.
So he can't establish no grounds now. We already put him out the race. The wife, the girlfriend, she lives in an apartment, or she lives with somebody else. So basically, you don't have nothing left.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you say educated woman, that means that woman has to understand when you're taking that money, put it in the bank. And then give it to the child, or you buy a house and let them have the house or something. But no, they just spend the money. We paying room and board. If we paying room and board, why they can't stay with us?
Mm-hmm.
That's the question I want to know. y'all can tell me that question, then the court needs to change. If everybody has the answer to that, the court needs to change. But how do you change the court system?
They need
That's
rallies.
what I want to know.
So,
Need
so
rallies.
let me ask you a question. Do you feel that, so you mentioned a lot of points about things. Do you feel that, all right, so we know the system was based off of the past, and so do you feel like everything needs to be rethought in today's time, and there need to be a movement to remove the automatic gain of child support? Do you just feel like they need to just get rid of that automatically?
They need to get rid of it because you're paying more without the system. Point blank. Every man is paying more before the system come in. But it's just that the idea that sometimes when you're at work, you might lose that job.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to, go find another job, but then that job's not putting up on the bill, and then you fall back. Or they even want to give you the rares that you were paying, but you don't have no receipts. That's crazy. Who gives their child $75 to $100 every week?
Nobody.
I don't think nobody does that.
No.
Well, we can't say because remember, child care in the
Maybe at the beginning, yes.
in the early stages of a child's life, they're gonna need child care, they're gonna need diapers, they're gonna need clothes, they're gonna go through clothes quick. So let me say the first couple years, I understand that. But once the child reaches 12 or so, or let's call it 10, middle school time,
Yeah.
the need is slowing down big time. They don't need as much. The phone is a one-time buy now. The sneakers are one-time buy because the foot them set now. The height, all right, let's say them grow, woman grow up faster. So if a girl, maybe she matures by 13 and a man might, all right, 16 or so. Let's just say, we're not sure. But at a certain age, everybody understands what is, the parent knows how much money they can spend or whatever. But if we just, but the situations that we're allowing the past just to continue.
Exactly. But then go back to the daycare. If she's a single mom, right? She live in an apartment or she live with somebody. They have systems set up for them to have them pay for that. That's what you do all of the taxes and all that for. They have programs set up for that.
4C.
So they can take care.
They have 4 C's. I know they can actually get that and still you paying the difference.
Exactly. And then hold this now. Like he said, some women get angered. Some women get real bad. It's good for you to spend more time with the kids. But sometimes when you go spend time with the kids, the mother will provoke you and then she wants the man to fight you that she would. So you have to step back because otherwise you're going to go to jail and that child support still going to build up. Steve Harvey said on his thing, man need to take responsibility and spend more time with the kids. But he can't say it because he don't know what each man got to go through. You understand?
Right.
If I go to a house and I got a girl and I got to go fight her husband or her man or she out there curse me out the street and then tell me what I can't do when I pick up the child and what I'm supposed to do, you're going to stay away from that because you either going to go to jail or you going to curse somebody and then their husband or boyfriend going to come outside.
So I want to add to that because you brought something to that kind of draw my memory. I remember when I was going through this, right? And Judge Thorpe, never forget that thing. She said, when did you guys break up? I said 2 years ago. So she said, okay. Now that's what she said. Then I got a paper in the mail that I got to pay back child support of arrearages for 2 years. It wasn't a question asked about was I financially helping or asked her nothing.
Did you have a lawyer?
When I went?
Yeah. At that time.
But see, it was mediation. My situation was a bit different.
Right.
We don't get into all that.
A lot of times, again, the court is there to make money. And simple, that's what it's designed to do, make money. By any expenses, any means necessary. So them have this put on.
Yes.
Of course they get some
Oh,
money.
how much they get? Like what?
They get like a $5
Really?
every time that check is sent out.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
$5
compared to
18 years.
But check this out, though.
12 months a year.
When you go in there, but check this out. When you go in there with that lawyer, right? The first thing that judge going to tell you, and I heard this before. You got money for a lawyer, so you got more money to give. You ever heard that one before? And they hit you a little high.
Yeah,
I'm dead serious.
I understand that, but I mean, if the lawyer's doing their job, remember, I said she's automatically going to be appointed a lawyer.
You said
So
lawyer.
you
But
have
tell me why did I have to have a lawyer?
Because you don't know the rights, and it's the speaking is to be able to speak in the court that you don't
this
understand.
is what I'm saying, right? You just said courts are here to make money, so
Yeah.
you're basically underlining the fact that this is all kind of a scheme thing.
Yeah, it is. It
You
is
see what I'm
simply.
saying?
That's
It's
all
like
it is.
if I came honestly, I'm married. Let's just say, because it was
enough to talk to them.
it went from we're gonna figure out this thing that we do mediation, and then the paperwork, because they'll tell you. Listen, I felt like we were just not communicating on the same page, and at the same time, she was single, I was single. It was only fair that we share weekends, right? So it was, for me, it was every other weekend. And that was, you have time to yourself. Not knowing that I'm putting down on paper that it looks like I'm an every other weekend father. So this is where that messed me up, because I also read it back and forth. Partial does not mean half. But we were conversating on some time for ourselves. I was still picking my kids up from school every day. My work schedule allowed me to do that. And when you get off work, you come get them from me. And then we just had issues on what weekend was best for each other. So we went to court based on every other weekend. And
But you were single the whole time?
No, you are going to court with that philosophy. That's a situation that you have to understand. When you go to court, it's not, as my aunt says, not what you know is what you can prove when you go to court, right? So you have to understand, and it's unfortunate you go in there with hopes and hoping that we all believe the same philosophy, we're going with the same ideals. We believe that we're doing both each other justice when the law is not doing you justice. You have a lawyer? No? Okay, well.
It wasn't like I couldn't get a lawyer, though.
So you're gonna speak. They're gonna speak a language.
He didn't think
and
he
say,
needed a lawyer.
No, I'm telling you, it's like hoodwink, bamboozle type thing. Like, this is what, for real? And it damaged the family. It really damaged our family.
But listen, when you bring a lawyer in, right? Even if you don't have those receipts, he can't do nothing for you. But I'll tell you what he could do for you. So for instance, when the judge asks for the W-2 form, the mother has to produce that as well. If she's married, her husband has to produce that. The judge will tell them, okay, bring it in next week, and then they come next time we go to court, and they'll come, and they still don't give it to them. See, what a lawyer did, they have to bring that up. There's certain things that they have to give when a lawyer's there. That's the only reason a lawyer's there for, because they know the law.
I don't want to say that is, and that's what I'm saying. That's absolutely correct. It's the law you're fighting against, and the rules of engagement, if you want to call it that. And because you don't know it, and the law is already saying, here, this is what you have in a woman. You already have this. You don't have to worry yourself. You're good, And the man have to prove everything, So you need documents. So you have to fight back with somebody who know what to fight back with.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And I think that, I honestly, there was, in my opinion, the argument between what weekends was an understanding argument. Like, if you're saying that you want on paper that you have odds and I have evens, then okay. I was willing to okay with that. Because that was the only thing. It wasn't about child support.
Right.
Financially. It was about time spent on the weekends. Later on, that same paper was presented in court for child support.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Were you single or because you had a woman, or what? What do you think she did it because of?
It's not even you. It's not even she fighting that. It's automatically given to her.
No, it's not.
So she.
No, they weren't married. Only when you're married.
It's
it's
not
automatic.
automatic. It was mediation.
No, what I'm saying is that you went to mediation and child support is going to come up. Because only the child, who's the child with? The mother. No, I'm just saying they're going to look at it like that. Who's the child with? The mother.
Right.
Okay, so what are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing?
That's what are you doing? So now you have to prove yourself. What are you doing? Who's
As
the
far
child
as
with?
time spent?
Well, he ain't really got to prove himself. That woman telling the truth, he don't have to pay in arrears. He only has to pay up until that woman says.
Well, if he wants to be in the conversation that he's been doing something along the way, right? You have to bring up, he has to have his receipts, but he wouldn't know to do that, right? He's in
You
a
would think
situation
that's
where
my
he's
point.
thinking.
We don't need receipts that the woman tell him, yo, I've been getting money.
That what? Say it again. The woman.
Woman says she's been getting money.
Yeah.
There's no woman doing that for you.
No, but some, I mean, you have women out.
Some,
like I'm
in
saying,
the minority.
The thing is, what I said about the judge, she didn't even allow the question to be asked. She asked, when did we split? 2 years, and then you talk about the arrearages coming up. Because it was the same thing.
You're supposed to stop her at that point and let you speak. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but because
Hold on.
he doesn't know the law and to bring up the questions,
It was like,
that's the problem.
I think
You have to.
she put the paper up.
You need a lawyer.
She basically said, you're every other weekend. I don't want to hear anything from you. Why are you even in my court? That's the image and the perception that, hey, I got odds, you got even on weekend. There was no explanation.
So
She could have said, hey, no, that's not the case. Here's what he does. But no, like you said, sometimes if they're getting something beneficial towards them, I don't know how many women is going to say no. Hopefully there's some noble woman out there that says, hey, you know what? This is not what I'm asking.
Regin.
I think they are. I think they are.
Hey, there's a lot of women out there that probably educated about the fact of what goes on with this child support.
I don't do child support. I have 3.
Those are the women. Be like, I don't have to take you to court. I know you. They know the person they was with.
I have 4. I didn't take my first either. None of them.
Huh?
I don't do
What?
child support. But I'm one of those educated women.
You're okay then. God bless your heart.
God, let me bust a blank for you.
No, I mean, listen, I do feel that child support is a thing, but it needs to be provided to the right people.
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to be a crush. I can't tell you that in this 85% of men, it's all getting a fair share the way the system is set up. It's just ridiculous. You look at
they should give the baby to the man. They should offer that and say, okay, he can get it. He got more money, give him to him. That's it.
You would think, because I guess the benefits of, we want to see the child's well-being, right?
Right.
Does he have a roof over his head? Check.
Right.
Do you make enough to take care of?
It goes back to this, though. It has been designed as a form of slavery. I'm trying to tell y'all. I see it. I know it. It holds you back. You can't succeed because now you're struggling. You can't do nothing. You out of the race. You're done until that child turns 25 in Florida, in Hall. 4 months you miss a payment, they come and lock you up and give you a warrant, and then you can't even vote. And then on top of that, you in jail for 6 months, and child support still is piling up. And now you got to go find a job that takes people with warrants. Does that make any sense?
No.
In the state of Florida, that's the law.
And then you got
Well, in
laws.
Florida, it's 18. You know? It's 18 is the
It's
month.
18 unless you're in school.
It's 25. It's called all the way up to 25.
Yes.
18.
If you're in school.
What if the child has graduated high school or has disability?
And once they graduate, into college, is up to
Reading the
25.
law right here.
Oh, so wait, he's reading the law. He's reading the law.
right
He's reading
here.
it online right now. So what
Right.
is it?
It's 18.
No, it's going to say
Unless the
18,
child hasn't
but
graduated
it's
high
also-
school or the child is disabled.
So does
Or-
it say anything about after
It
18?
goes into 18. But after they go to college, the baby mama goes back to court and gets that college money.
Well, we're talking about Florida here.
Well, it's in Florida. He's
I'm
saying
telling you
no.
about
There must be
Florida.
other
It's
states.
25.
I'm reading the law.
In New
on-
York, maybe, but in Florida, no.
Yeah, Florida is only 25. Once the child is 25.
It's 21?
18 in Florida.
18. Okay, but does it say pay up to college?
It doesn't say
It's not
anything
gonna-
about college. It only says up to 18.
In New York, it's 21.
No, okay, New York is 21.
Crazy.
New York is
Florida
21.
18. But I'm trying to
So you
tell
telling me
y'all,
the kid can get tax returns
Yes, and drink liquor.
and you still got to pay?
Hold on. Let me tell you. It doesn't tell you that you have to pay child support. The reason why I'm telling you this is because he'll go back to court. Once he goes back to court for college, it's another set of things. I'm trying to tell you, it's not going to stop at 18.
I just
know
think
that for a fact.
I just think this thing need to be going right back
Yeah.
whoever say, hey, let's look at this a bit differently.
Well, you men have to stick together and stop it.
You talking about it's
No, but you know what? see, there's a lot of places that we're supposed to go to. Whoever's representing wherever county you in, every man need to get together on child support.
Yes.
And change that. That's how you do it.
They need to have a child support day. Child support day.
Yeah.
There are some changes though.
What
like
changes?
Family court.
Like what?
If
50-50
if you go to I think it's family court first before circuit court calls you or something like it's whoever gets you first. If she says she wants child support, she submits that, or you says you're gonna go put yourself on child support.
You have to get a lawyer.
Submit it. It's different from where the court decides.
Really?
Yeah, so you can have like time spent overnights. It's looked at a bit different versus a set type of income or set type of payment out based on time spent.
So you're saying men, if they go put their self on child support,
A lot better.
it's a lot better.
Yeah. That's what I was told too. But at the same time too, some people will still get child support taken out after child 18 and 4 more years after that. I know a friend of mine, he called the place back and said, y'all still taking money. They gave him $40,000 back. He has to pay for that, the mother. That happens to a lot of men.
So how does this arrears work, you guys know? Like, can they go back and get money from...
So what they do is
at 16, can they say, at 16 they decide?
Well, I don't know if that long.
so-
I don't think it's that long. I don't know.
The birth
how-
of the child, you're owed to pay something. So like, all right, child's 6 years old now, right? And you're just being put on child support at 6, so you owe 6 years or 5 years of arrearages. Because in their eyes, if you don't have anything to prove that you've been taking care of the child, that means you owe.
Yeah.
So
Basically.
Now I believe the woman can waive that. I believe she can waive that part.
Yeah, but she
that
won't.
same very woman you was telling
Yeah,
me.
what me just said, she, I think she has the opportunity to say, no, I'm not want that. Let's just
She
start.
can't,
Now.
but she won't.
But she probably is done.
Yeah, so and it's surprising because there's another situation that I can tell you about that his tax return was garnished, like because of arrears.
Arrears, yeah.
Like you expecting a certain, but you owe arrearages, right? We're just gonna take this from you.
Right.
Like, huh? What?
You ain't getting that money.
You just you get the letter. You don't get the phone call before you get the letter. Hey,
Your tax
it's deducted because you owe 2 years.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, listen, you
got
think
5,000 come back.
Yeah, that's just
going.
going.
Get that list, he's like, damn.
and you see, it's like it should be a limit. You got situations out there, and I don't know if it's planned or just bad luck or good luck, but you have 5 different fathers on child support. Like,
it turned into a system, man. I'm telling you.
it's like, how do you not see that being like irresponsible to the point where, okay, well, are you playing this game or how do you get yourself in this situation the 5th time?
It's a career. It's a career.
Yeah, right. It's almost like, it's like, hey,
Let me ask a question, nigga. If as you mentioned, the government is getting something from this, why would I stop this? Yeah, your business. If me I get my $5 out of this, but why you need more money?
Well,
on this?
yeah, but that's what he's saying about that. But
Need
why
more.
isn't the court noticing, like,
That's not their concern about where.
No, the court is down with them because without us, they don't have a job. They got to go through.
it's hard to feel like the court's not involved. You know what I'm saying? Because it shouldn't be an extra 5. If you're going to go through me, well, here, we're going to deduct this from the income you're getting. For whatever reason they feel the need to be involved in it, I have no, you got to be tied in. It's got to be a conflict of interest. It got to be. Because you want it to happen.
Right.
I said, okay, how about we not do court? Why have them in the business? Because here's what's happening. You try to get anything, they're going to look at your debt to ratio, right? They're going to say, okay, you make $100,000, but you spend $30,000 in child support. Now you grossing or you take home is $70,000, the house, the payment, the blah, blah, blah. Now you basically have 45 to yourself, right? The only reason that information is out there is because you're on child support. And the only reason they know is because the court is handling the transfer of money.
Right.
So you go to your ex-wife or your baby mother and say, hey, let's just do this between us. Because it's financially screwing things up for me. Nope. That's the ignorant black woman. Nope. Don't care.
Most women probably want to take the
You see what I'm
man in
saying?
court.
So now,
They say this all the time.
right, but here's what happens,
He
right?
ain't gonna go out there and have fun. He ain't gonna go out there and have fun, and I'm just stuck with this kid.
Exactly.
That's what they
So,
think it is
so now it's already that friction buildup, and this is where that separation of fatherhood, upbringing happens. There's a difference between a provider and a father. Not to say they can't be the same, but there is a difference. Time spent is more valuable than money spent with your child. You build a bond, you get a lot going on. If I got to be at work 24/7 to pay your mom, when am I going to spend time with you?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Especially when it's not something planned. But think about it. You know,
So why mama don't tell him that?
I would think that a lot of the mothers out there that is doing child support as a way to get back at that jerk of a boyfriend or that jerk of a husband, I think you need to rethink your process because you're just making it difficult between the father and his kid or the mother and his kid. I'm not saying it's going to be one way, but I mean, shit, 85%.
Right.
It's a huge percentage. You know what I'm saying? You see it all the time online. What social media is also bringing you to as well, the situation in the homes. Men, tape it. Make it be known that, you know what I'm saying, some of these things are unsensible. Like how do you, oh, he has a girlfriend. And? That has to do with, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I don't want her over there with her.
Yeah, I don't want to touch the hair. I don't want to braid my child's hair and all this. Come on.
It gets difficult, man. I mean, you know, it gets difficult for that child. You know what I'm saying? As soon as the child stay a bond or whatever it may be, especially if that woman has not let go. If that woman has not let go, it's gonna be real difficult.
Don't let go. They got man and husband, and they still don't let go.
They want to take everything. It's a woman's scorn. I mean, it's one of those situations that,
Well, caller, thanks for calling in.
We're
But
pressed
you know,
for time.
yourself,
We're gonna
thanks for calling
appreciate
in.
the
down
insight,
now.
bro.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the insight.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, man. Respect, Jenna. Yeah, man. Big up.
Night, night.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we had a
so-
caller calling that had some good points on this. But it is the system, and like I said, we need to elect somebody who is on that side. But I don't think they think about that side really. So it's just the way it is right now.
We need to get one of those lawyers in here.
Yeah. All right, I'll find one of them.
Yeah.
I'll find one of them.
I think there's been some conversations in the last 5 years about some different opportunities for men, fathers to kind of have a even playing field a bit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, child support is out there to supposedly be beneficial for the kids and a better way for them. But obviously,
I think if they did away with it, though, a lot of women would stop having these kids. Like, stop having kids you can't take care of.
I mean, you think about, let's just even think about the NBA players and the football players and the guys that are making a good deal of money.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, it's not, I can see a female saying, I need to have a baby by him.
Right.
Like, not want to be with him, but I need to have a baby by him. And I don't know if this is the situation, right?
That is a situation. Let's
But
not
no,
even
but
question if that
and
is
somebody,
gonna
I think it was a comedian that mentioned this. And let's say it's coincidence. I don't know these guys or don't know those people. They're social media, they're celebrities, but Black China has a baby for Tiger,
And Rob.
right? And Tiger went with one of the Kardashians. So then they said Black China, well, okay, grab one of the Kardashians. It seemed like there's some foolishness.
I mean,
going
I can get women saying I want to have a baby by him, right? Because you're thinking that he's gonna help me, he might marry me, he has money, right? But if they took child support away, there's women that would say too, I gotta make sure I don't have a baby by him because I ain't gonna get shit and ain't no child support exists, so I can't have no babies by this guy because he ain't got no money. they would stop having babies all over the freaking place. It would be the same thing.
It's also, if you think about it, when the year starts and you have on the side of the road, you're driving down the side of the road, and there's child support. It's income tax check time. What do you see on the side of the road? You see
What?
a big poster that says, if you have 3 kids, how much you gonna get back?
Oh yeah.
So if you was a little youth, or you don't have any children yet, and your income check is $200, and you see that if I have 2 children, I can get $10,000.
I mean,
that's a year.
No, but that's still
1 year.
that's still from the state. It shouldn't be from fathers.
But I'm still saying it. I have to have a child to get that money.
Yeah, but these women are literally, they don't care. They just want a baby. They don't care who they have in their
I
body because they
understand,
know
but
they're going to get
I'm
child
saying
support.
that everything is moving you to have a child.
Listen, there is
Without thinking to yourself,
there's a
is
good
it right to have
percentage.
the child?
I wouldn't know what number percentage it is, but there's a good percentages. This is a business. This is entrepreneurship on its craziest level. And here's why, right? Because you have assistance, which you're not going to get assistance if you can't locate your baby father, right? So if in order for me
you
to help...
do get assistance if you can't locate your baby
if you
father.
can't, right? If
Right.
you can't. But you can't. You
You're
got to
right.
at least try.
Right.
Boom.
Yeah, you have to.
Right? Yeah. All right. So I'm going to put on Ting and Ling name. All right? The thing, yeah, you got to pay child support because she's asking for food assistance. Okay. So now Ting is paying child support. Right? You got 3 kids.
Wait, hold on. You don't have to actually try. You can have had a one-night stand and you can say, I don't know where he is. I don't know who he is and where he is. And you can get assistance, yes.
I feel you still have to.
No,
You have
don't.
to put some name.
So no name?
You don't have to put no name. You don't know.
You just
And
don't
you
know.
can get assistance.
So he has a last name, but you don't know.
Now, if he signed the birth certificate, that probably makes a difference. But if they don't have your last name, if they have your last name, then you can say, I
Most
don't know.
fathers is not going to allow that. Hear what I said? Fathers.
Right.
Right? But there's a name there, and you have to explain that. So you
Yeah,
said, well,
if
John
there's a name
Doe
there, you have to explain the name, yes.
is the baby father. So who's John Doe? Okay, well, we're going to have to find him.
Yeah.
And we got to see this. Anyway, so boom now. The thing is what? Last I checked, it was like 150 every 2 weeks for one child or something like that, for like food stamps or something like that. If you got 6 or 3 kids, you're probably getting like 600 or 650 for food. And then you have child support, which gives you another probably 3 every bi-week. So that's 12, anywhere from 12 to 1,300, just off the strength of having 3 kids, right? Mm-hmm. Month. Why not have 3 more? So
Yeah.
it's a business, you know what I'm saying? And then you go into
They
other
just sit
different
home and do
situations.
nothing, and they just,
I don't think
they
that
don't need much. They got their homies to get the weed, their homeboy, and get some weed, and that's all they need.
I just wish that they would look at this a bit different for
Yeah.
the young people also that are having fun and decided to have kids and what I'm saying, not know what the future is going to bring. Because I don't regret having my kids young. I grew. It was my idea. It was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to grow with my child.
And don't they never look into that part of it?
I never
Good
would
enough.
have thought that I would never would have thought that someone would have felt like I wouldn't be responsible enough for my kid.
And
was
men
a
are able
choice.
to give more when they're not forced to give it, or it's not coming directly out their check. They are definitely able to
But,
give
you
more
know,
and do
you-
more.
you get caught
and be
up-
there more.
They get caught up. But that's a crutch that a lot of women use. I don't like you. I'm gonna throw you on child support, even though you are a father to or mother to your kid. At 15,
It's a bad situation all the way around.
Yeah, it is.
So, I mean,
So what I'm more ask you a question, because a man, I know you for years and you're a sports enthusiast person. I want to change the subject for one section because we soon, we have a few more minutes left, but I want to ask you this question. In today's time, in 2022, they have transvestites playing, well, male changing and nor female and playing sports. Do you think that they should leave it the way it is and let the men just go ahead and win all the races and everything, or they should change it that, or remove them completely, or should they make some kind of exemption that they can race in some races? Because I said that women are male women, or however you want to call them, are soon going to be in the women WNBA.
It's leading to that, right? Because once they start opening the restrooms for gender specific or whatever it may be, or changes, it's only a matter of a time. But like how fair that is. I put on a wig and now I can run with the women. No, your body, your makeup is different. You gotta recognize that. Dave Chappelle said it. Dave Chappelle. So let's just say LeBron James decides to change his gender. I guess there wouldn't be a problem about his championships. He probably gets 6, right, without no issue. And now she would be on the conversation is she the greatest of all time, or is it Jordan? Right? Yeah. Because I'm telling, am I being sexist?
No, I agree.
Do you feel there's a female out there in today's that would be compatible to LeBron James? Like structure-wise and physique and play the same skill set?
Well, yeah. I mean,
let's say it can't happen. I'm asking it, do you feel like...
There was Swoops. She was
good, but she was not...
The other lady, what's her name?
But what are you comparing her to?
I'm just saying in their terms.
Yeah, but...
We have to I don't think you can compare... We cannot compare a man to a woman just because of physical. What we're comparing about the ideas of what they did in their time. What did Swoops do? What did the other? What is
You can't do 2 clippings and call this man or woman.
Yeah.
It's the same because Sue's competition was women on her level.
Right.
And she was the highest at her level. Got alpha male, alpha woman. It's still alpha, but at their gender. Now you change me to say now I'm a woman. Nah, it's not.
If they violated that lady for taking steroids because they think it enhanced her to win or whatever, or it would enhance her, it's the same thing with being a man. Like, it's an enhancement to help you win, and so it can't be in the play.
Now, I even say that, but I also see women bodybuilding. I've seen a few women that I know that looks like they probably can whoop things ass.
But they're still women.
Strong. Like big. Like, wow. But I think you either add more time. No, we're not gonna. No, you gotta stay 5 seconds before we start the race. You gotta come in line. It's
God made a man and a woman a woman. I don't have a problem with no transgender. You can change whatever if it makes you feel happy, do it. If it makes you feel happy to date a man, a woman, whoever it is, do it. It's your life. Live it how you want to.
Yeah, you got to be happy.
But the fact still remains that God made you, and you have all these other things besides organs going in your body.
So there's a situation at work where Todd was turned into Aaron. Mm-hmm. And you still know him as Todd.
Aaron is a man too.
So Todd was a man at Todd, and then then Todd turned into Aaron as a woman.
So Aaron is a woman's name.
Aaron is a man.
Aaron is a woman, but Aaron is, I think it's a unisex name.
No.
No? Aaron is a woman?
Aaron is a woman.
I think it's how it's spelled,
Maybe
right?
Arian.
Aaron is a woman.
So Todd was a biker, tattooed up. He changed and decided to be a woman. And we were still calling him Todd.
Right. And you know him as Todd.
Yeah, no, it's Todd.
You know
it's not like I was trying to. It's just, you don't look no different. Little eyeliner that's changed. Still Todd. So, what's up, Todd? And he got pissed. And he went to HR. couple of people, even the DO at the same time was drawn in, and we was a big sit down, like say, hey, look, it's a bit offensive. You gotta call him Aaron. You can no longer call Todd. I mean, you can't. That's what she said, just like that. You can no longer call Aaron Todd, right? And we were cracking up, but it was a serious offense because HR was involved. Because you have, you have those violations in HR where discrimination, all different type of things, and he pulled the HR card. So the question was like, well, if Aaron goes into the man bathroom, can I call him Todd then?
Who said that?
So they gave him his own personal bathroom.
Get out of here.
Gave him his own personal.
I don't know if that's better. I don't know what.
I think it was at a time where this wasn't ironed out yet, but HR was still involved in the same way. But you have those rights. You decided to change. You looked at it a different way and change your name. You gotta respect that.
I don't have a problem with calling Todd Aaron, right? If Todd wants to be a woman, I can say hey, and I can say she instead of he, but I don't want you in my bathroom, Todd. Not while I'm using it, wait till I get out. Wait till I get out. We are so pressed for time, guys. Unfortunately, this was a great conversation. Love it.
Yeah, man, bless up everybody with tuning in. Pillow Talk is each and every Monday night. Mr. Digga, big up yourself. Yes. You need to have a chat line where people can reach out to you for the child support. You're going to start the movement, right?
Am I?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we need you to start. Because it was at a time in my life where I thought that was
You're right. You just said you
but they loved you in the chat. They said he's great. They loved you in the chat. You got to come back more often.
I'm going to play Mr. Digga's song here, and he has a big song that he talked about baby mama and everything. Right?
It was back in the day.
What? I got to hear this.
I want you guys to listen to this pain that's coming through my voice right now.
That's right?
Yeah. Okay? It's all pain right now, guys. I do sometimes struggle, you know? Sometimes I feel like you can't see we out of the problems.
It's Digga!
Baby mother get the benefits of the down. She have me too beginning. So for them me woulda want work it out. But it's you I keep thinking about. When I'm lonely, your name keep falling out of my mouth. Girl, I love you without a doubt. Really not fi sing, really not fi shout. The old motherfucking white girl know the love we love and the one that I'm talking about. Trials and tribulations, baby motherfucking comma situation. I it make me broke, no money and him broke pocket friend never cause me frustration. Tell me this nation, why me a fi pay the fine fi mine tree and a two pick me have for me a fi mine she and a 3 years now me love gone. Tell me what me need to do to get her back in my arms. Woman, me miss you this same way the love you give me miss me. Anyway, you see me girl love me and kiss me. I need you back in my arms. Cause if I know you, me know me body. Now go keep calm. Now go send me, I go live on the road forever. Remember boom good, but a good one better. Worse so you're not feel we're not friends better. Everything feel better.
Hold on, Shelly, it's gonna get better. Did I go that second verse with Shelly?
Time in with General.
I gotta hear it next time. I gotta send it to me. Send it to me.
Yeah, go forward with
you. You have the part for me, bro. If it's anywhere you see me, give me the
Take a phone, yes, sir. Take a phone, yes, sir.
Me love the way your tongue talking on the bed. And me love the way you walk up and down me third leg, woman, believe me. You alone me want to relieve me, fees me. Fucking intentions of your name me mention. Me love the way you look when you are feel good. Me not fi ask if it feel good.
Yeah. Big up, bless up yourself. Shelly, big up yourself. It's Monday again, you know. Next week, Monday. Go forward and we'll play Digga song next week, you know, people, so you can hear it better. Let me say it's Monday. Thanks for logging in. Thanks, Shelly. Tell them more for reaching.
Like, share, subscribe. It's Pillow Talk. Good night.